Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. We are Holiday with the Heathers. If you are new to our channel, we would really appreciate if you could hit that subscribe button. Please give this video a huge thumbs up if you have enjoyed it at the end, and please hit that notification bell, bing, if you would like to keep up to date with all of our content. We post on Wednesdays at 6 and occasionally on Sundays at 6. But before we get into this exciting vlog, cue the intro.
Hi, we're Holiday with the Heathers. We are a married couple who have been lucky enough to have travelled to over 20 destinations over the past 8 years, experiencing the culture and cuisine the world has to offer. Although the world has come to a standstill, you can still follow our life's journey by watching our weekly vlogs. We know the prospect of travel is uncertain. We don't know where, we don't know when, but we will fly again someday.
Welcome back to our channel. Thank you so much for coming to our channel today. If you are excited for cruises, you are then in the right place. Today we are bringing you our cruise prep and tips and tricks video for anyone who is about to embark on a cruise or is thinking about booking a cruise. Wayne and I are actually on the P&O Britannia right now, which is really exciting. I don't know what we're doing. Wayne might be absolutely hammered. He might be in the casino. I might be in the spa drinking a mocktail or two. Whilst we are filming this, we wanted to make sure that you were all comfortable and had enough information for when you embark on your future cruise. And today in this video, we're going to talk about things like what documents to take, how the COVID testing procedures are at the terminal, and little things like that. We have included some things that we have purchased, for example, magnetic hooks for the walls, because if you didn't know, the walls on a cruise ship are actually magnetic.
So currently while we're filming this, the date is Tuesday the 7th of September. We're not due to set sail till Sunday the 12th of September. So when you watch this, we'll be currently on a cruise. Hopefully we have a drink in hand each.
Yes. And
taking part in some of the quiz and other activities. So we just want to let you know that we are sailing from Southampton and we'll be making our way up to Greenock in Scotland. We have an excursion booked in Greenock. I can't remember what it was. Can you remember?
We're going to Glasgow for the day by coach, which is really exciting. We can't get off the coach other than for photo opportunities, which is great. We're not bothered. We're happy just to be in another country. I'm classing it as another country.
As long as there's somewhere to get a keyring and a magnet for our boiler, that's fine, yeah.
There's no room left though.
So we did previously mention in our last vlog, which actually reached 1,000 views, so thank you very much for everyone that watched that. I hope you found it exciting. We did mention that we had an indoor cabin. So about 3 weeks ago, I thought we could maybe be cheeky and just ask P&O for an upgrade. I wasn't sure how the procedure, if it was available, if we could do that. So I thought I'd be cheeky, you never know, you don't ask, you don't get. So I emailed P&O via their website, and then I sent the same message to Jess, who then uploaded it and sent it via Facebook Messenger, didn't you? Now, my email a few days later got a response of, unfortunately, due to COVID, they're offering no upgrades whatsoever. But Jess's message a few days later got a different reply saying that they can do it, and if you're interested, call this number. So we tried to call them, didn't we, over the last couple of days, but we couldn't get through. Eventually, about what, 10 days ago, would you say?
Yeah, after like the 6th or 7th try.
Like Jess said, after about the 7th or 8th, well, so many tries, we finally got through to a nice bloke called Michael. Wasn't it Michael? Michael, yeah. We called him and we told him his situation, that on one hand we've been told we can't get an upgrade, on the other situation, the other message that Jess sent, we can get an upgrade. So where do we stand, and is it something you can do? Cut a long story short, we finally got an upgrade and we're now on a balcony standard cabin, aren't we? Which we can't bloody...
Thank you, P&O.
Yeah, sorry about that. We can't wait for... Sorry about that. We've been so excited, didn't we? We just didn't want to... Although we're grateful for what we had in the first place. We was always wanted that balcony shot, didn't we? So we're not saying that you're guaranteed to get an upgrade, but if you are got on a cruise, depending on what line you are, you know, if it's celebrity, Disney, anything like that, any cruise coming up, just give them a little email or call and just ask them, is there any free upgrades available? I didn't fancy asking at first, and I was umming and ahhing about doing it, thinking, is it a bit cheeky? Are we? But then I thought, what's the worst can happen? They can only say yes or no. We asked them. Yes, it took a little bit of time to get through to them, didn't it, after messages and that, but we've got the upgrade that we wanted, and now we are in a standard balcony cabin, which we are just so happy about. So thank you very much, P&O, for being so generous.
We will show you on the cruise what cabin we're in. Wayne will do a brief room tour on our first day. Our first vlog going up the week after we disembark the cruise will be our travel day and embarkation day, and at the same time, straight after that vlog, we will also show you an in-depth cabin tour. So we hope that you enjoy our vlogs. We have got around 7 to 8 weeks worth of content. We're hoping to also do a ship tour on one of the days where we haven't got much going on. It might even be the day we get back from Greenock, so we might even try and do it on our last day, just when we've kind of done everything, because although a ship tour is interesting, we want to get the most out of this trip. I haven't been on holiday for about 2 years, and I know that can sound a little bit controversial. Some people have never been on holiday, but we really need this after the year we've had.
I do want to say as well, although we're going to try and bring you loads of content and show you everything that we're up to, we don't want to be behind the camera all day, every day, because at the end of the day, this is our holiday. We've saved up loads of money to go, so we do want to enjoy ourselves. We probably won't show you every single thing we do, but we'll show you the highlights and stuff like that. Jess did record a video a few days ago that we're going to insert now. The
first video, sorry, I actually will be showing you is our cruise documents video, so I will include that in a moment, and in that, as I've mentioned earlier, we will show you all of the documents that you need to embark on your cruise. That includes things like your passport, your boarding pass, your e-ticket, and your COVID vaccination cards. So I will insert that now. So as we've just said in today's vlog, I want to show you all of the documents that we need to make our P&O Britannia Staycation embarkation process as easy and as stress-free as possible. So I'm going to show you the documents and the paperwork that we have that P&O have asked us to make sure we have all ready for when we embark on the cruise ship. So I'm to go from left to right with all the documents that we have. Some of this might not seem relevant to your cruise, but I believe it's going to be very similar depending on where you are going, whether you're going abroad or not. Things might be a little bit different, but the first thing I'd say that you would definitely need to take is your UK passport. If you are going on a UK staycation, that includes Scotland, Ireland, Wales and England, anywhere in the British Isles, you are required to take your UK passport for legal reasons. Our passport isn't on show here today. We have put them away safely so that we don't forget them on the day of our embarkation, because you need 3 things to board a P&O cruise at the moment. You need a boarding pass, and this is what it looks like. It tells you what ship you're on, your cruise number, your embarkation port and the date, including your cabin number and your name. It also shows you your arrival time. Now, we will be embarking on Britannia from the Ocean Cruise Terminal in Southampton. This time, 12:45, is the time that we need to be at our COVID testing facility. And it also says your final boarding time. So on our cruise next week, we need to make sure that we arrive by 16:45, no later than 16:45. And it also says here, important information, once this camera focuses, please arrive promptly at your allocated arrival time to minimise any waiting. You must be on board by your final boarding time, which it states it right there. And it also says you must present your boarding pass, e-ticket and passport. So I've already mentioned that you need your passport and your boarding pass. There is a QR code on there, and there is also a barcode. And then the next item you need is your e-ticket. Now, your P&O e-ticket will look like this. It states to bring your e-ticket, passport and check all required visas, affix the labels to each piece of luggage and arrive at your allocated time. Because at the moment, because of COVID procedures, everyone on board the P&O cruise ships has to have a negative COVID test. Now at the moment, P&O are not charging you at all. They are completely free. So when you arrive at your COVID testing facility, you will take a COVID test, then you will either get given a wristband or they will take your mobile phone number and they will ask you to wait either at the cruise terminal or a waiting area, and they will text you or let you know whether you have a negative or positive COVID test. If you have a negative test, they will give you a little sheet that says OK to board, which I've seen a lot of them on social media floating about. It's like the golden ticket that you'd receive in Willy Wonka. And also, if you do sadly test positive for COVID, they will give you all the correct specifications on what you need to do. Obviously, the first will be that you need to isolate for 14 days, and that is also, I think, for people who are vaccinated. If I'm wrong, I'll just pop it on the screen now. But they will also refund your ticket, or they will give you what is called a future cruise credit, and they will offer you, I think it's up to 20% incentive on top of your future cruise credit. And any of the excursions or any of the onboard cruise spend that you've been given will be automatically refunded or transferred over to your next cruise, depending on what you want to do. It also says on here again, the time of your arrival, the date, where you are going, and it also says your disembarkation information, which is the date, where you are arriving and the port. It also has some more information down here which states your booking reference and whether you are in the Peninsula Club. So they are our boarding passes and our e-tickets. And the next documentation that you will also need is luggage labels. Now P&O provide these printable luggage labels for you. You are not to cut up these labels, you are to fold them using the instructions required, like it says here. You can print off as many as you need for however much luggage you are taking. That also includes your hand luggage. Now I presume with hand luggage you don't need any labels, but what generally happens is once you get to the ocean cruise terminal, you either drop off your luggage first with your luggage labels attached, or you check in and then give them in. And then a couple of hours later, once you have embarked on the ship and you have gone to your room to check in, you will have your bags waiting for you outside your room. So you do need a luggage label for every item of luggage. Wayne and I are taking one suitcase each, one large suitcase, and these will be attached to our luggage with tape or a safety pin. They do not want you to cut these up at all. I don't know whether that is the same for every cruise, but you also need a luggage label. Now the next most important documentation that you will need for your cruise is an NHS Covered Pass stating that you have been vaccinated. Now I'm not going to show you the information on here because it's personal to Wayne and I. You can see that it has our name and our dates of birth, which is no secret. But on our NHS Covered Passes, it has to state that you have had both vaccinations, whether that be the Moderna, AstraZeneca, or the Johnson & Johnson. It depends on what vaccination you have had. There will also be what is known as a QR code. Now you can access these passes on the NHS app. You have to log in with your NHS number, and if you go to the section where it says travel, you can print off your COVID pass. You can also screenshot your COVID pass. That will be deemed suitable, but you cannot take your COVID vaccination card. They will not accept that original card that you got given at the time of your COVID vaccination. So what I would advise is to print off these passes either at home or at a local library, or get one of your family or friends to help you. Get them printed off and also screenshot it as well, just to be on the safe side. Just in case any of your documentation gets lost or you have a copy on your phone. As I've said, you will not be able to get on the ship without your COVID pass. But one important bit of information that Wayne wanted to remind everyone about is a lot of people have been turning up to the cruise ports with their COVID passes, and what they've been doing is printing them off a couple of months before their actual embarkation date. Now, I'm not sure if many people know this, but a COVID pass QR code only lasts 1 month, and each COVID pass can expire. So every vaccination COVID pass has an expiry date. So for example, ours expire on the 25th of September. So Wayne and I know that we are safe because we will disembark the cruise ship on the 19th of September. So Wayne and I will have enough time and our passes will still be in date. But if I was to print these off a month ago, ours would not be in date. So Wayne reminded me because I printed off the ones that finished on the 25th of August. So these ones are suitable, but I would advise you again to make sure that you leave yourself enough time on your passes to make sure that you actually are able to embark on the ship. So just another reminder, you will need your P&O boarding pass, your e-ticket, your NHS Covered Pass, and you will also need your passport. Please do not forget to not take your passport. Also, if you have any medical requirements or accessibility requirements, for example, if you need a accessible cabin, or you need diet restriction information, or you need any more assistance because of a disability or a medical need, you need to provide P&O with this accessibility and medical questionnaire. So a couple of months before we actually checked in, we were sent this form via email, and I was able to fill it into the specifications that I needed. And I have told P&O that because we couldn't book an accessible cabin because they all sold out, they have kindly provided me with a shower chair because I can't stand in the shower for too long. I've also let them know that I do have diet restrictions, so if it does come to the evening and there's nothing on the menu that I can have, they will offer me a different option. But I'm sure if you were to ask your maitre d' or ask your waiter or waitress on the evening, I'm sure they would be able to accommodate any diet restrictions you have anyway, just like in a normal restaurant. Most of these cruises are really well equipped when it comes to different types of diets or medical restrictions, but you need to make sure that you get this in, because if you forget to give this in before your cruise, it's very important, and you may not be able to embark on the ship if they aren't aware of any disabilities or medical problems. Now, the final thing that you will also need to board your P&O cruise or cruise ship is travel insurance. P&O are asking that every passenger on board, whether they have a medical condition or not, requires travel insurance. Now, Wayne and I got our travel insurance from a P&O recommended company called Holiday Extras. We spoke about this in our video, which was called We Booked a Cruise. So I'll link that down below if you would like to receive a bit more information about it. I'm not going to film our documents because they do have our details on there. We may have shown you our tickets, but that's because we're already on the cruise now, and it doesn't really matter about the boarding passes and things like that. But if anything does happen whilst we're on this cruise, we can still claim from our travel insurance because we are on the cruise right now whilst you are watching this video. So I just want to explain a little bit more information as to what P&O are asking of every passenger. So P&O are asking that you have at least £2 million medical cover or repatriation. They are also asking that you have curtailment. Now, curtailment basically means if you need to come home early. It says it just there. And they are also asking that if you have medical conditions, that you definitely declare them. Another document that I'd recommend that you have is a copy of your itinerary. So you can see here that Wayne and I embarked on Sunday the 12th of September, and from Monday the 13th of September to Friday the 17th we are at sea for 4 days, and then on Friday the 17th of September we will be arriving in the port of Greenock in Scotland. Wayne and I are actually going on a P&O booked excursion. We are going on a coach trip around the city of Glasgow. It is about a 3.5 hour trip, and we will have the chance to disembark the coach to take some photographs in very scenic spots. And then we have another day at sea on the 18th of September, and then we will disembark on Sunday the 19th of September in Southampton. And finally, you may also want to make sure you've got copies printed out of any other documentation that you may need for your trip. So as you can see here, Wayne and I have our train tickets. We are travelling to Southampton Central the day before we actually embark on the cruise, just to make sure that we arrive on time. We don't want to be travelling the day of the cruise and we miss the ship. I do not want to be one of those passengers that is running for the ship and everyone is laughing on their balconies, because that is not something that I want to happen. I've actually had nightmares of this happening. But as you can see, Wayne and I have paid a total of £43.40. So we're actually travelling the day before and we're travelling back on the 19th on the same day. But what we've done is we've made sure that we've booked our train for several hours in advance. So I believe that you disembark the cruise around 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning and you actually leave your cabin by 8. But we don't want to basically leave our cabin and it's like 12 o'clock lunchtime and we're stuck. So what we're going to do is we've made sure that we've booked a train for late in the afternoon, and we might just explore a little bit of Southampton town centre. But we've also booked a hotel for the night before. For anyone interested, we are staying in the Abbey Lodge bed and breakfast, which is about a 10-minute walk from Southampton Central Station. We have paid £55 for this room and it was including a full breakfast. We are staying with a shared bathroom, but that does not bother Wayne and I because we will be staying in complete luxury on the cruise. And from what I can tell, this hotel is very quaint and very beautiful. I spoke to them on the phone a couple of days before we travelled down to Southampton and they were so helpful, so informative, and they basically also provided us with taxi numbers so we can get a taxi from the hotel to the port the day of our embarkation. And we can also find out the price of the taxi that we need to take from the port to back to the station, the day we disembark the ship. But if anyone is interested in this hotel, we booked this about 3 or 4 months ago. We're staying for one night and it cost £55 for 2 people with a shared bathroom, and we booked this on Expedia.com. So I will link the hotel website down below as well as the link to Expedia. Expedia is a company that Wayne and I trust. We have booked with them many a time. And another tip, if you'd like to save some money, Wayne and I have what is called a Quidco account. Now, Quidco is a website where you can basically claim back percentages on what you've spent. So it may say on Quidco that day you can get 10% cash back off any hotel that you book with Expedia. I know that when Wayne and I purchased our computer, we got a little bit money back. We've also got loads of money back off previous hotels we've stayed at in the past, and that money has actually paid for our train ticket and our meal the night before. So we've basically got a free train ticket to Southampton return, and we've also got a free meal the night before. I think we're probably just going to eat in Wetherspoons. You'll have probably already seen that by now. So if you go on the Quidco website, which I will also link down below, I'm hoping that you will be able to get yourselves a little bit of money back off your purchase. So Wayne and I might receive maybe £2 or £3. So roughly we'll have only paid about £52 for this booking. So overall, I hope that these documents and this little bit of information will allow you to feel comfortable, less anxious, and feel relaxed and excited for you on the day of your arrival at the port. The last thing I'd like to say is just make sure you have your passport, your boarding pass, your e-ticket, and your COVID vaccination pass. If you have those 4 things and a big smile on your face, I'm sure you will have a fantastic time when you embark on your amazing once-in-a-lifetime cruise.
Thank you so much for watching that little segment. We hope that you found it really interesting and can make you less anxious. But for something a little bit more fun and not as descriptive, we are going to insert a video now all about any tips and tricks and things that we've purchased from Amazon, Poundland, lots of different things like crease wrinkle releases because you can't take an iron on board, and those magnetic hooks because the walls on a cruise ship are magnetic, as we mentioned earlier. So I'm going to include that now.
Wayne and I have purchased a couple of things that we think will be beneficial for us while we're on our cruise. So the first thing we wanted to show you is these P&O inspired lanyards. These aren't from the actual P&O brand, they are from a company called MK Studios on Facebook. I'll just include a picture here now just to show where we purchased them from. Wayne actually got these, they were 2 for 1 on the website. They were £6 each, but Wayne got them for 2 for 1 and he paid a total of £8.62 with shipping and tax. And he found them actually on a Facebook group for P&O Britannia, and they were advertised on there. People have been buying things like luggage tags that you can get personalised with the P&O logo on. They also do luggage straps for your suitcases, and we got these 2 lanyards. And the reason we got these, if you're wondering, is because on the cruise you get given what's called a cruise card, and on that card has your ID, your photograph, and it will also have your registered debit or credit card on there. So when you purchase items like drinks or specialty dining, the waitress or waiter or staff member will scan your card, and it's also your room key as well. I know some cruises have like little medallions that you can wear that are digital. I know you can use your phone to unlock doors and pay for bills, but I know that P&O have kind of cards that look like a hotel room key. So we're going to put them in here and wear them around our neck and wear these on the cruise. I will link down the website in the description box below for MK Studios, and I will also link the post where we got them from. It did say limited stock, and I'm not sure if the offer is still buy one get one free, but Wayne kindly surprised me with these and I can't wait to wear them next week on the cruise. Just a correction, they are actually from MKD Studios, so I do apologise to MKD Studios for getting the name wrong. So one question that many people have asked is, are the walls on a cruise ship made out of metal? And the answer is yes. And this takes us to this next purchase that we got. Because the walls are metal in your cabin, that means they are magnetic. So one little tip that Wayne and I learned is that we got these magnetic hooks. There's 10 in a pack, and when we go into our cabin, we can keep our room free of clutter. We can put the magnets on the wall, use them to keep paperwork out the way. We can use them to hang up jewellery, hang up clothes. I don't know how sturdy these are, but we got these for our cabin walls. I'm actually going to use them for the next thing I'm going to show you. I've bought some banners for Wayne's birthday, so these will be great to hold up any banners or any pictures or any paperwork, clothing, jewellery, whatever you want to hang up on the walls. Wayne got these magnets in a pack of 10. They were $5.99 on Amazon. They are unavailable at the moment, but I will link the link to the Amazon post in the description box below just in case they come back in stock. But they are small magnetic hangers, suction strong, hanging magnet hooks for doors, cabinets and fixtures. But I know a lot of people use these for hanging up jackets. You can use them for hanging up your lanyards like I've just shown you in the last clip. But I will link all of these below. So if you didn't know, the walls are magnetic and these are great for extra storage in your cabin. The hooks that I have just shown you in the previous clip will be perfect for keeping these birthday banners on the wall. And for any of you that don't know, Wayne's birthday is a week after we get back off the cruise. He is 34 on the 21st of September, and we haven't really had a chance to celebrate his birthday properly. Last year I was in hospital and I missed his birthday. So this year I want to make it extra special. So we're planning to celebrate his birthday on, I think, the Tuesday, which is the first celebration night. I know Man United are also playing, so he's going to watch them play in one of the restaurants. I will put the name of the restaurant where you can watch sports. I think it does have Sky Sports. But I'm going to send Wayne out maybe to the casino, and I'm going to decorate the cabin with these banners. These were £1 each from Tesco. I think these were £2. This is some bunting, sorry. I'm going to hang this across the cabin. And I'm also going to go down to the buffet and get a selection of cakes. So when he comes back up, there'll be a cocktail or a pint waiting for him. And I'm going to give him a cruise card. I'm not going to show you the cruise card now because you'll see that in the vlog. And we've also got some alcohol, which I will be able to serve him up with on the cruise. I'm not planning on drinking much. I know most mocktails on the cruise are £3.45, so my plan is to buy a few cocktails, bring them back to my room and add the drink that we are bringing on board, which I will show you in a second. On most cruise ships, they do offer either complimentary drinking packages or a package that you can pay for. Wayne and I have purchased the package for our trip in February 2022 when we go on the new ship Iona, because we will probably drink more with Wayne's brother as he will be coming on the ship with us. It was previously meant to be for mine and Matthew, Wayne's brother's birthday, but this trip is all about Wayne, so we have decided to bring on board our own alcohol. On P&O cruise ships, you're allowed to bring on at least 1 litre of spirit per person or 2 bottles of wine per person, and you're allowed to bring as many mixer drinks like fizzy or juice within reason. So Wayne and I have decided to bring a bottle of Malibu because, as I've just mentioned in the previous clip, mocktails are £3.45, and we have decided to bring some Smirnoff vodka. So we've got 1 litre of Malibu and 1 litre of Smirnoff, and we have also bought, I think, 12 cans or 14 cans of Red Bull because Wayne's favourite beverage is a vodka Red Bull. Mine is a cocktail, so I'm not going to drink a lot. I'm only going to have a small amount, and I will show you how we are going to serve these up when we get on the cruise. For the cruise, to serve them up, to make sure I don't drink a lot of alcohol, this is just a normal shot glass from our home. I'm probably going to fill it up to about there, and this will help to make sure we can distribute this for the week and we get an even amount while we're on the cruise and we can make it last. We also have money to purchase drinks on the cruise. We will also buy the Costa hot chocolates that are on there because we love Costa, and you know that Wayne always has his signature Costa cup, so we will be making tea in his Costa cup and carrying that around on the ship. And I will also be purchasing maybe 1 or 2 lemonades, but I will be drinking mocktails 90% of the time. But I have been given permission by my doctor. I can have a really small amount of alcohol, and I mean literally half a shot. So I will be buying a mocktail and adding my own Malibu to that cocktail. These are the mixers that Wayne has decided to take on board the ship. He's got standard Red Bull, and he also bought the Tesco own energy drink, and this is his famous Costa cup that you see in every vlog. But as we've said, you get complimentary tea, coffee in your room, and you can also get it via the buffet, and you can also get free fruit juices at breakfast. For anyone that has cruised in the past or has some information about a cruise, you will know that you are not allowed to take any form of travel iron or steamer on board for health and safety reasons. Most of the cruise ships at the end of every deck have their own laundry facilities, i.e. iron. They have, I think, a steamer and possibly a washer and a dryer. But because of COVID on the Britannia at the moment, there are no access to those laundry facilities. I have seen on social media that they may be open on the 12th of September for our cruise. But just in case, I will steam our suits, dresses and any clothing that can crease easily. But one tip that Wayne and I did when we went on the Celebrity Equinox in America, we purchased an American brand of fabric crease releaser, but this is an English version called Lenore, which everybody knows, and this is what's known as a crease releaser. It removes creases in fabric. So I'll just read the instructions on the back once this decides to focus. So it basically says it's a perfect combination of Lenore fragrance that removes creases without the hassle of ironing. You spray, pull out and smooth the wrinkles and hang up, and I will tell you this does work. It might not be as good as a steamer or an iron, but it gets out the creases in your dresses and your suits, and it leaves them smelling so beautiful. So this was around £2-3 from our local Tesco. I know you can get it in Asda as well. Sorry, no, we got this one from Asda, but I know you can get it from other places. It might be cheaper in the likes of Home and Bargain or B&M. I don't think the pound shops sell it. But another tip as well, you could spray this on your clothes, and then as you are getting a shower in the evening or the morning, hang the item of clothing that you are wearing that day or that night, and the steam from the shower will help to release the wrinkles in your clothing even more. I forgot to show that I also got Wayne a giant badge. It's not for him to wear because I know he won't. He'll just end up putting it in a drawer so he doesn't find it. But this is just for the cabin, just for more decoration. And this was in the reduced section at Tesco. I think it was something silly like 10 pence. But I hope he'll like it. It goes with his other banners as well. Now this item, we aren't sure if P&O will allow us to take it on board. I know you are not allowed to take on surge protectors, as they are known in the States, in America, and here they are called extension cords. But I think you are allowed to take on those cube plugs, where it's a single UK plug with 3 separate ports on it to plug in English plugs. But I thought this is no different. It's a single plug at the back with 3 separate plug outlets. Now we're going to take this, and I will declare it before we get on the ship, because it was only £1 from Poundland. So if they take it from us, I'm not really too bothered. If it was an expensive one, I probably wouldn't take the risk. So I hope that if you watch this, you don't assume that you can take extensions like this on board, because I know you're not allowed to take the extension leads with the wire, I think for health and safety reasons. But I think this may be allowed. If I am allowed to take it on board, I will let you know in the cruise vlogs. If I'm not, I'll tell you also. But if they take it, it was only £1 from Poundland in like the tool section. We've got these all over our house. They work really well. But because we've got so many camera batteries and our laptops and phone extensions, I'm not sure if there are USB ports like there are on the Iona. I know on the Iona the USB ports are under your bedside lamp, for anyone who doesn't know that. So if these are not allowed, I will let you know. Please don't take this as gospel and think Jessica from Holiday with the Heathers said we can take it on board. I'm not sure. So don't take this as gospel, but this is a 3-2-1 go adapter. You can see there that there's no wires attached, and it was £1 from Poundland for anyone who was interested. And next item we got are these Tesco antibacterial biodegradable multi-surface wipes, and this is because I am a clean freak and we are still in the middle of a pandemic, and it's just also to clean up any dust that gathers. I know each room has their own guest services, or I don't really want to call them a butler, I just think room service attendant maybe. There is someone that comes into your room once a day to make your bed and clean, but this will just make me feel that little bit safer. Plus I will also have to change my dressings on my dialysis catheter, so this will just help keep the surfaces clean, and I can also clean up any spills from any alcohol that we may have had the night before, and it just helps to keep the room free of bacteria basically, because we are still in the middle of a pandemic. These were £1 from Tesco and you get 40 wipes. Another Poundland favourite is a clothing cover, and I thought this would come in handy for things like dresses and shirts. It zips up as well, as it says just there. This was £1 in our local Poundland, and they are the dimensions. It does say €1.50, but just ignore that because we live in the UK. But this is a standard black suit cover, so I will probably use this for my dresses because Wayne has a very heavy duty suit bag that we had from our wedding that he will keep his new suit in. So I couldn't recommend these more, because when you go on board it's nice to have all of your items in there ironed. I am actually going to iron our clothes in the hotel the night before, which doesn't bother me. So when we go on board the ship, I will be taking this on as hand luggage because we don't have a suitcase. So I will be taking this on as hand luggage. I don't mind carrying it with me over the back of my chair. If I decide the night before I can't be bothered, I might just put the dresses that crease easily in this and lay it flat in my suitcase, and then just use the Lenore wrinkle releaser when we get on board the ship. But this was £1 from Poundland. Now I believe that these are a necessity. These are going to come in handy for anyone that wants to wear heels on the cruise or is wearing any uncomfortable shoes. And as it says on the packet, they are invisible gel cushions for your shoes, perfect for dancing. I'm not sure if you're allowed to dance on the cruise yet, but it shows you there where you should place them. I know men could probably benefit from them as well if they want to wear heels or they want to put them in their shoes. These were £1 from Poundland. They are 2 to the pack. I am taking 1 pair of heels on the cruise, possibly 2, I'm not sure yet. But for someone who doesn't wear heels like me very often, I will be wearing heels every night, and that is 7 nights out of the week. So by time the 3rd or 4th day comes along, my feet are going to hurt. So I just want to provide a little extra protection, and plus with my disabilities, my feet often hurt. I am taking some dressier sandals that I can change into, but it says separate the gels from the protective sheet and place in the shoe with the raised dotted surface resting against the ball of your foot. So these were £1 from Poundland. Again, another brilliant purchase, just to make sure that my feet do not hurt, so I can dance the night away or walk around looking very glamorous without the pain of very, very sore feet. Now, as we are still in the middle of a pandemic, we do have to wear masks on board. I do know that some cruise companies like Virgin Voyages are allowing their guests to not wear masks on board, and I have seen from cruise vlogs from cruising with Ben and David that they didn't wear their masks, which is completely fine. They do recommend it, but you don't have to. But on P&O still, if you are on board the Britannia or the Iona, you do have to wear a mask in the indoor areas. You can take off your mask when you are drinking or eating, when you are sat down, and you don't have to wear them on the outdoor decks either, or when you are swimming. And I know you don't have to wear them when you are lying on a sun lounger. But I thought, as we're going on a cruise and I'm going to be very glamorous for the week, I would get a glamorous mask. Now, this mask was a bit more than what I'd usually pay for a mask. I usually just go for the blue ones that you get in a pack of like 100, or I've got a couple that were kindly sent to me by an American company. But this was from Amazon, from a company called eBoutique. This was £5.99, but the reason I got this is because it's glittery, silver and sparkly. And if anyone knows me, I'm not a big fan of gold, so I went for the silver. But funnily enough, for this cruise, I have purchased some fake gold jewellery from Primark just to try it out, because I know gold is very popular at the moment. I don't know whether I'll wear it, but the jewellery is beautiful, and I don't know what I'm going to pair it with yet either. I have a really pretty gold shimmery top, but I'm going to see on board if any of the women are wearing jeans on none of the formal nights or celebration nights as they're known on P&O, Britannia and Iona. But Wayne is just going to wear his standard mask because he's a bloke and he doesn't care. They do have other masks ranging in various colours and sequin patterns, and I think they range anywhere from £5.99 to £6.99, and this arrived within a couple of days. So this is my mask for the cruise. I will take a couple of spares as well, but this is going to be what I'm wearing in the night time whilst watching the shows and walking about the ship. Now, this next item I got is also another Amazon purchase. This is the name of the company. It is called Norway. This was about, I think, £15 to £20. I have just checked on Amazon. The price has changed. They do have different styles. I think there's a purple one and there is a blue and white striped one, which would have been great for the cruise. It would have been like a nautical theme, but typical me, I like to keep things plain. And I also have a grey one for my Dyson Airwrap, because that is what I will be taking on board to style my hair. So this is not just a normal standard toiletry bag. This has 2 handles at the top and a pocket here at the front, but when you open it out, it is actually a hanging bag, and this is amazing. And the reason I got it is for this hanger at the top, because you don't get a lot of counter space or drawer space on a cruise. So I can hang this up using one of my magnetic hooks. There is a pocket at the top, another pocket here, a pocket here, and a smaller one at the bottom. And this is how it folds up nice and neatly. And also they are like plastic, so if I spill anything on them, I can give them a clean. So this was from Amazon and I got the grey one. I don't think there's any pockets on the back, but it just zips up with the zips on the side. So I'm very pleased with this for the cruise. I've just had to change to my phone, so I do apologise if the camera footage is a little bit different. My battery just died because I've just been filming
all of the products for you guys, so you're prepared for your cruise, for some tips and tricks to make your cruise a lot easier. But the last item I want to show you is these rock luggage tags that we got from Tesco. We've got one for me and one for Wayne. We chose the blue colour. We do have some other ones for our other trips that we are going on in the future, but we chose the blue ones for the cruise. Typical Wayne and Jess. But these were 75 pence. I think Wayne's took the label off, but these were 75 pence in the clearance box. So if you go to your area that sells like your toiletries, makeup, things like candles, bedding, there is sometimes a shelf with like packing boxes in, and sometimes you can find some really great deals, and we got these for 75 pence. We bought one for Wayne's brother, we've got one for another trip, and we got these ones for the cruise also. We will have the luggage tags also that I showed you earlier, but we just want to write our name and address. They are labelled for you, so it says name, address, city, state and zip. Obviously that's going to be city, county and postcode, and your contact telephone number. So these are going to come in handy for our cruise to make sure our luggage does not go missing and they can return it to us. I am also going to write our cruise number on there and our cabin number in case they get put outside another room. Sorry, our cases get placed outside someone else's room and they know where our cases are if they go missing.
We hope you enjoyed that segment of the video. Thank you so much for watching today's vlog. We really do appreciate your support, and we hope you enjoy our up and coming cruise series known as P&O Britannia Staycation. We hope that you get involved in our family and enjoy this trip. Is there anything else you want to mention before we go? Because I just want to drink some more cocktails because I'm currently waiting for a drink at the bar right now.
No, I think we've covered everything. Thank you so much for watching, and like I said, thank you so much for our last video reaching 1,000 views. That's our most ever watched video, isn't it?
Yeah.
I got the notification today on YouTube to say that.
Has it made 1,000?
It's made exactly
Oh,
1,000.
thank you.
Hopefully it's raised a few more since recording this.
Yeah.
But I hope that this video gets more views, eh?
And that video was 50 minutes long as well, so
yeah.
Thank you so much for that. But again, thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a huge thumbs up at the end if you have enjoyed it. We are Jessica and Wayne from Holiday with the Heathers. We are now going to seize the day and we will see you next week.
We will see you.
Sorry, we will see you next week in our first ever holiday cruise vacation vlog, and we're so excited. So we will see you next week. Bye.